Welcome back, everyone. An absolutely stunning day here in North Jersey. I've got a treat for you. This is a 1983 Honda ATC185S. However, you can see that it's not your conventional 185S. This was transformed into a full suspension racer using an old, rare, high-performance ATC suspension kit. So these kits used to be made back in the 80s by High Performance ATC, who's based out of California, and they would transform your hardtail 185 into a full suspension bike. They also made these triple clamps. There's your sticker. They made these triple clamps, as well as the swing arm. And people used to race these bikes. What's really cool about them is obviously they're semi-auto. So these things are freaking awesome. Aside from the high performance ATC full suspension kit, this bike also has a 200S motor, vintage Mayer grips. It's got a 200S tank, custom high flight seat. It's got a vintage 6-pack rack. It's got a Super Trap exhaust, aluminum polished wheels with bead locks, Hoosier MX tires. Header's been wrapped, keep the heat down. It's got the headlight still on it. It's got a Duro front tire. I put some of these little touches on here, these wire looms. Kind of hide the wire and make it look a little bit better. But this thing is an absolute animal. I've got a stock 183, a stock 83 185S, and there's no comparison. First of all, obviously the other one's a hardtail, very mild-mannered. This thing wants to kill you, literally wants to kill you. Lifts the wheel in every gear if you're hard on the gas. And I could see this being an awesome dirt track bike, trike rather. Really, really cool bike. I'm happy I've owned it for a little short period of time rather. It's going to be going to someone new soon. I've got my eye on something else. So before this ships out, I wanted to share this with all of you because from what I see on YouTube, there aren't many videos about these kits and these full suspension 185Ss. There's a couple videos that a gentleman has up of some really, really ragged bikes. This is not anything like that. This thing is, you could roll this into your living room and have it as a conversation piece. It's so beautiful. The person that actually did this did it the right way. It's also got some wheel spacers, but the suspension kit, it was powder coated beautifully, fresh axle. The nickel or the cadmium plating is still on it, whatever they use. Dual rate gas shock with a reservoir. It's got Mayer plastics. Front suspension had to have been redone because it actually works. No leaks, nice and dry. And the fact that this has a 200S motor in it, this thing rips. This thing absolutely rips. Here's a shot of the sprocket chain. This thing is really, really special. I highly suspect that the new owner is going to really love it. Let's give it a start. That Super Trap exhaust sounds killer on this bike. Make our way over to this side, we'll rev it up a little bit. This thing wants a party instantly. Anyway, there's a cool story behind this bike. This bike was Found, let me shut it down so you can hear me a little bit better. This bike was found rotting away in someone's yard in Arizona, I believe. Now, the person that redid it shipped it back to wherever, I think they're from Missouri, shipped it back to their house and completely tore apart the entire bike. And as I said previously, they did it the right way. They powder coated everything. They really spared no expense at the transformation of this bike, and it came out awesome. There were some things I didn't like about it when I got it, so I changed them around. I really wanted to give a proper nod to High Performance ATC, so I found these proper foil decals. They were made by Blue Line Graphics. I added some additional decals on here to make it look right, in my opinion. There were some things missing, so I think it looks perfect now. I don't think there's anything that needs to be changed, in my opinion, but obviously that varies from person to person. Anyway, so this is a full suspension High Performance ATC 1983 185S with a 200S motor in it. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope the new owner really enjoys this bike as much as I have, because it really is something really special. And it's, in my opinion, it's a very important piece of ATC history. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll see you all soon. Ride safe.